social media is awash with reactions over a tweet made by the Department of State Services requesting X Corporation to deactivate the account of activist and politician Omoyele Sowore over a post the agency claims is a threat to national security. The DSS made the demand in a letter posted on X, accusing Sowore of posting a tweet on August 25th, which contains misleading information that disparages and ridicules President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In the post, Sowore called the president a criminal and accused him of lying shamelessly about a lack of corruption. The DSS claims that Sowore's tweet has caused widespread condemnation and could lead to public protests, threatening national security and damaging the country's reputation. The agency also argued that Sowore's post violates several Nigerian laws, including the Criminal Code Act and the Cybercrimes Act, which prohibit false information, hate speech, and online harassment. And I'll read a part of the DSS tweet they wrote on X. It is pertinent to bring to your knowledge that under the Nigerian law, these quoted tweets, words, constitute offense punishable in Section 51 of the Criminal Code Act Cap 77 laws of the Federation of Nigeria, which prohibits publication of false information, and Section 19, 22, and 24 of the Cyber Crimes Act 2025, which prohibits and makes it an offense to spread fake news or publishing content that is deliberately misleading or deceptive, posting content that is rude, vulgar, offensive, or indecent, especially with the intent to embarrass or humiliate others, provoke ethnic, religious, or tribal hatred through online or offline statements amounting to domestic terrorism. Very detailed tweet there by the DSS. However, in a show of defiance, activist Omoyele Sowore vowed not to delete his controversial tweet. He described the letter from the DSS as an act of national disgrace, an assault on institutions, and on common sense. Sowore claimed he anticipated the letter, pointing to a protest last Tuesday by a group of, he says, hired DSS protesters who had chanted for his arrest and urged him to leave Tinubu alone, expressing outrage over what he called an unconstitutional act by the State Security Service. Sowore went on to post the very tweet he was asked to delete with the caption, "This is the tweet. This morning, X, formerly Twitter, officially contacted me about the despicable threat letter they received from the lawless official DSS over my tweet below on Tinubu. One option I will not be taking is deleting that tweet. Thank you at X." Let me just quickly take one reaction to Sowore's tweet. And this is a concerned X user who wrote, "In all sincerity, calling the president a criminal is not right in any way. No court of any jurisdiction has pronounced him as one. I mean, why labeling him one?" All right, you know that Sowore also accused the Tinubu regime of using the Nigeria police force to systematically harass, torture, and persecute him. These tweets have gone viral. Rufai, I'd like to just highlight this. The DSS is a secret service institution that investigates crimes against the state. They are also empowered to protect the president. So this might sound really, strange to a lot of people, but however, the DSS is doing their job. And I'd like to also take another tweet before I come to you. Just also to note that the DSS has said that, they are going to go after X as well as, Sowore if they don't comply. We had that issue the last time with Muhammadu Buhari, the Twitter ban. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but let me take this tweet from Chinedu, who wrote to the DSS. "Are you guys not aware of the mayhem that happened in Edo State? They killed officers like you, and you are here lamenting about a tweet from Sowore," and that's the sort of rhetoric that we are seeing online at this point.
I have been a very big advocate of the DSS and what they've been doing in 70 times of insecurity. But if I'm going to give honest counsel, this was not the right way to go about it. And this is sad. You see, what they have now done is, a lot of people might not even have seen Sowore's tweets. He said he tweeted it on the 27th.
Yes.
26th of August.
I think it was 25th. I saw it.
What are we today? Yes. What are we today? 8th. I only knew about the tweets because they started talking about it and the letter they wrote over the weekend.
That's when you saw Sowore's tweet.
I didn't even know that he tweeted anything of that nature. This is not the way to go about it. Because, you see, we live in a country where, when we want to look at things on the pedestal of fairness, yes, what I would just say is, it wasn't right to have called the president a criminal. You don't have any court judgment to be able to back that up. But secondly, the other part of the tweets, what the president also went to say in Brazil, that corruption is gone. Corruption is not gone from Nigeria. We also know that corruption is not gone. On my point on the DSS, what is happening is the fact that when you start to say, okay, let's cherry pick, people will now ask you, what about what is happening in Edo, where NSCDC officials were killed? Why do we talk about? What about the people inciting violence online? Because the DSS statement talked about inciting violence, and the next thing, you are not doing anything. We are in this country when Bayo and Onuga came out openly to say that this should be the last time the Igbo should put mouth in Lagos politics.
Right.
And he also doubled down on the statement. Why didn't we have a level of control and contrition? So that's why I said going through this route is a route that will not benefit anybody.